Hi everyone, Kate from Crocoblock is here and welcome to this new video. Today I have some really good news for you regarding the JetAppointments plugin, and I know that a lot of you have been actually waiting for this update impatiently. So let's not wait any longer and hop into the dashboard to see what new features have been implemented in 1.6 version. So the first thing I'd like to pay your attention to is the new schedule type feature that is to be found in the JetAppointment settings under the Working Hours tab. Right now, you have a possibility to choose between 3 types of scheduling options, such as time slots, time picker, and recurring appointments. So, time slots is basically the good old appointment type that we used previously, and as you already know, it allows you to create a fixed duration for your appointments. And if it works fine for your project, you're totally welcome to use it. But right now, let's check out the front end to see what it looks like and to basically get a better understanding of the difference between these 3 types. So here we have Dr. Brown's single page. Let's scroll a bit down and try to schedule an appointment. Let's pick the 23rd of December, for example, and the time slot from 10 a.m. till 10:30. Great. Over here, we see the appointment details. We can click Next and fill out the personal information as well as check the price and make an appointment. As for the time picker, this is a new option that allows the end user to specify the time of their appointment, of course in the range of minimum and maximum duration that we can preset right here. So for example, let's make the minimum duration 30 minutes and maximum duration 2 hours. And if we go back to the front end, select the date we'd like to schedule an appointment for, we'll see that here we can set the start and end time of the appointment itself. So basically right now it doesn't have to be the exact 30-minute slot because I, as a client, can specify the duration myself. For example, I want to start at 11:45 and finish at 12:30. Here, once again, I get to check the appointment details and proceed with other scheduling steps. Also, in the plugin settings, there is another option under the time picker schedule type on the start time toggle. Once it's enabled, it changes the duration of the appointment to the fixed one, but allows the end user to select the exact time he or she prefers manually. So let's check the front end one more time, refresh the page, and try to schedule an appointment once again. There we go. Now I can set the time that works best for me, but the duration, as you can see, stays the same, 30 minutes. Okay, and as for the recurring appointments, the name of this feature speaks for itself, right? So yes, this option allows the end users to schedule their appointments, the regular ones, the ones that we've talked about in the first place, and make them occur repeatedly, either on daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly basis. So over here, you can select the type of repeat as well as define the minimum and maximum repeat count. For example, I'll select all repeat types and put in 5 as a maximum number of recurring appointments. Going back to the front end, we now see that when selecting the appropriate date and time slot, we have a chance to toggle the Repeat this appointment option on. Once it's enabled, we can choose how we want the appointment to be repeated, either every day, every week, every month, or every year. as well as set the number of times we want it to be repeated. So I'll go for 3 times, for example. And if I choose a daily repeat, then it'll book this time for the next few days. If I go for a weekly repeat, it'll give me the opportunity to choose the exact weekdays we'd like it to be repeated on. And if, for example, Saturdays and Sundays are the days off, we'll see them grayed out, so there will be no chance to choose them. And as for the monthly and yearly, I'm pretty sure that these repeat types are really understandable, right? So if I pick monthly, it will schedule an appointment for the same date and time the following month. And if I go for yearly, it will schedule the appointment for the same date and the same time the next year. So these were some cool things about the schedule type feature of the JetAppointments plugin, and I really hope that it will find its place in your heart and will complement your projects, giving you more opportunities. And right now, let's move on to the next feature that I'm pretty sure is very, very useful, the price type. So from now on, JetAppointments plugin allows you to customize the prices of your appointments even more. So let's hop into the dashboard to see what I mean. Here we are at the doctor's post type. So let's open Dr. Anna Walker, minimize the general settings to see appointment settings block with the new price feature. Here we see 4 options that we can choose from: inherit service price, slot, hour, and minutes. So the first one, inherit service price, is pretty comprehensive. The price set in the service that this particular doctor provides will be inherited for her as well. So for example, Dr. Walker provides pediatrics consultation services. Let's open pediatrics service at the backend and see the price. There we go, $15 per slot. And right now, let's go to the front end, open her profile, and try to schedule an appointment. So let's pick the date and time, click next, and as we can see, the price is the same, $15. So if we go back to the dashboard and pick another type of the price, let's say slot, which stands for the regular price of the appointment, and set it to, let's say, $20, because she's more qualified and experienced than the other doctors. Now let's go back to the front end and try to schedule an appointment once again. And as we can see, the price has been changed. Now it costs $20. And also, if we open the service single page, it should be here in the departments, way at the bottom of the page. Okay, so here at the service page, we can choose which doctor we'd like to visit. So if I pick Dr. Sarah Snow, for example, the price will be $15, just like it states in the service settings. But if I go for the Dr. Anna Walker, the price will be $20, just like we've set in her profile at the back end. So I hope this was clear. Another price type, hour, allows us to set the price per hour. And it's also worth mentioning that it rounds up the price. So if we set $40 per hour here and then go to the front end and schedule an appointment for, I don't know, let's say 1.5 hours, the price will be rounded up to $80. I remember when I was working as a consecutive interpreter, I really enjoyed using this option. Anyways, long story short, please feel free to use this option in your projects, especially if you or your clients want to discipline their clients. Just kidding. So, and last but not the least, minutes. This option will count the price in minutes. So let's assume that 1 minute for this doctor will cost $1. Let's proceed to the front end and schedule an appointment for, let's say, 45 minutes. Let's click next, and there we go. The price has been changed to $45. Not more, not less. So guys, that's pretty much it regarding the price types. Pretty easy to grasp and implement in your projects, right? Oh, and I almost forgot one tiny but very important thing. From now on, the Meta Appointment Price macro is no longer supported by the JetAppointments plugin for the calculated form field and for the send email notification. From now on, the individual price of the appointment is being formed dynamically from the appointment date field. So, for example, for the total field of the form, you can use the field appointment date macro that will return the appointment price. And as for the send email notification, here you're totally welcome to use appointment price macro or the total form field macro. Either one of them will work just fine for displaying the individual price for the scheduled appointment. I hope this video was useful, and if so, don't forget to give it a like and surely subscribe to our YouTube channel for more overviews and handy tutorials. Also, let me know in the comments what do you think of this update and what features you plan on implementing the first in your projects. Don't hesitate to contact our support team if you encounter any issues and join our friendly Facebook community. Cheers, guys!